Welcome to Quiz IQ. Are you smarter than a high school student? Today, we're challenging you with 55 exciting questions covering history, geography, literature, mathematical concepts, science, and technology. So grab your pen and paper and see if you can score above 40. Ready? Let's get started.
Question 1. Which planet has a day longer than its year due to its slow rotation? Venus, Mars, Jupiter, or Saturn? It's Venus. Venus has a day longer than its year because its rotation on its axis is slower than its orbit around the Sun. The other planets listed do not share this characteristic. Question 2. Which capital city is built on 14 islands and is known as the Venice of the North? Stockholm, Amsterdam, Venice, or Copenhagen? It's Stockholm. Stockholm is known as the Venice of the North because it is built across 14 islands. While Amsterdam and Venice are also famous for their waterways, Stockholm uniquely fits this description. Copenhagen is not known for being built on islands like Stockholm. Question 3. In The Lord of the Rings, which character famously said, "Not all those who wander are lost"? Frodo Baggins, Gandalf, Aragorn, or Bilbo Baggins? Question 4. Who discovered America? Christopher Columbus, Leif Erikson, Ferdinand Magellan, or Vasco da Gama? It's Christopher Columbus. While indigenous peoples were the first inhabitants of the Americas, Columbus is credited with making the landmass known to Europeans. Leif Erikson reached North America earlier, but Columbus's voyages led to widespread European awareness. Question 5. What river flows through Paris? Thames, Rhine, Seine, or Danube? It's the Seine. The Seine is the river that flows through Paris. The Thames flows through London. The Rhine flows through parts of Germany and other countries, and the Danube flows through several European countries, but not Paris. Question 6. What shapes angles add up to 180 degrees? Triangle, square, pentagon, or hexagon? It's triangle. The sum of the angles in a triangle always adds up to 180 degrees. Squares and rectangles have 360 degrees, while pentagons and hexagons have larger sums due to more angles. Question 7. What was the primary cause of the Cold War? Disagreements over reparations, ideological conflict, economic issues, or territorial disputes? It's ideological conflict. The Cold War was primarily driven by the ideological conflict between the capitalist West, led by the United States, and the communist East, led by the Soviet Union. Question 8. What Shakespeare play features the characters Oberon and Titania? Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, Hamlet, or A Midsummer Night's Dream? It's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Oberon and Titania are the king and queen of the fairies in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Question 9. What is the largest desert in the world? Sahara, Mojave, Gobi, or Antarctic? It's Antarctic. The Antarctic Desert, covering the Antarctic continent, is the largest desert in the world. The Sahara is the largest hot desert. Question 10. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, or George Washington? It's Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The other founding fathers contributed to its editing and ideas. What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere for photosynthesis? Oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, or hydrogen? Plants absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis, not the other way around. Question 12. Which is the smallest country in the world by area? Monaco, Vatican City, San Marino, or Liechtenstein? It's Vatican City. Vatican City is the smallest independent state in the world by both area and population. Question 13. Which author wrote The Great Gatsby? F. Scott Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, John Steinbeck, or J.D. Salinger? It's F. Scott Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is famous for writing The Great Gatsby, a critique of the American dream. Question 14. What do you call an angle more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees? It's obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees, fitting the description. Question 15. What year did the Titanic sink? 1912, 1905, 1898, or 1915? It's 1912. The Titanic famously sank on its maiden voyage after hitting an iceberg in April 1912. Which city is known as the City of Two Continents for its location in both Europe and Asia? It's Istanbul. Istanbul is uniquely positioned on two continents, Europe and Asia, divided by the Bosphorus Strait. Question 17. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Is from which book? It's Animal Farm. This quote is a critical line from George Orwell's Animal Farm, reflecting the corrupting influence of power. Question 18. Which country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the US? Canada, France, United Kingdom, or Germany? It's France. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to the United States in 1886. Question 20. What ancient empire was ruled by Julius Caesar? Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, Ottoman Empire, or Persian Empire? It's Roman Empire. Julius Caesar was a pivotal figure in the transition from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. Question 21. What is the hardest natural substance on Earth? Diamond, gold, iron, or quartz? It's diamond. Diamond is the hardest natural material on the Earth, known for its unmatched hardness and brilliance. Question 22. What ancient civilization developed the concept of zero? Romans, Egyptians, Greeks, or Indians? It's Indians. The concept of zero as a number, not just a symbol for separation, was developed by Indian mathematicians. Question 23. What is 0 factorial equal to? 0, 1, undefined, or infinity? It's 1. By definition, the factorial of 0, 0, is 1. Question 24. What unit is used to measure electrical resistance? Volt, ampere, ohm, or watt? It's ohm. Electrical resistance is measured in ohms, voltage is measured in volts, current in amperes, and power in watts. Question 25. Which civilization is known for building pyramids? Aztecs, Greeks, Egyptians, or Romans? It's Egyptians. While other cultures also built pyramids, the Egyptians are most famous for their large and complex pyramid structures, especially at Giza. Question 26. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? William Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, Jane Austen, or Mark Twain? It's William Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet is one of Shakespeare's most famous tragedies, known worldwide. Question 27. What is the term for a number divisible only by 1 and itself? Composite number, prime number, even number, or odd number? It's prime number. A prime number is a natural number greater than 1 that has no positive divisors other than 1 and itself. Question 28. What is the longest river in the world? Nile, Amazon, Yangtze, or Mississippi? It's the Nile. The Nile is traditionally considered the longest river in the world, although some sources claim that the Amazon might be longer. Question 29. Which novel features the character Scout Finch? It's To Kill a Mockingbird. Scout Finch is the protagonist and narrator of Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, a story about her childhood in a racially divided southern town. Question 30. What is the capital of Australia? Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, or Perth? It's Canberra. As previously mentioned, Canberra is the capital city of Australia. Question 31. Who was known as the Maid of Orleans? Joan of Arc, Marie Antoinette, Catherine the Great, or Elizabeth I? It's Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc is famously known as the Maid of Orleans for her role in lifting the siege of Orleans, a pivotal moment in the 100 Years' War between France and England. Question 32. What is the main component of the sun? Helium, hydrogen, oxygen, or nitrogen? It's hydrogen. The sun's core is mainly composed of hydrogen, which it converts to helium through nuclear fusion, releasing energy that powers the sun. Question 33. What do you call the result of adding two or more numbers? Product, quotient, sum, or difference? It's sum. The result of adding numbers together is known as the sum. Question 34. What year did World War I begin? 1914, 1912, 1905, or 1899? It's 1914. World War I began in 1914 following the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria, leading to a major international conflict involving many nations. Question 35. What is the setting for The Hobbit? Middle-earth, Narnia, Westeros, or Neverland? It's Middle-earth. The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien is set in Middle-earth, a fictional land rich with history, languages, and culture. Question 36. During which war was the Battle of Gettysburg fought? Civil War, Revolutionary War, World War I, or World War II? It's Civil War. The Battle of Gettysburg was a turning point in the American Civil War, fought in 1863 between the Union and Confederate forces. Question 37. In which year did the Berlin Wall fall? 1989, 1987, 1991, or 1995? It's 1989. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 marked a significant moment in the end of the Cold War and the reunification of East and West Germany. Question 38. What dystopian novel features the superstate Oceania? It's 1984. In George Orwell's dystopian novel 1984, the superstate Oceania is one of the 3 totalitarian superstates that rule the world. Question 39. Which country has the most natural lakes? India, Canada, Brazil, or Russia? It's Canada. Canada is known for having the largest number of natural lakes in the world, contributing to its rich natural landscape. Question 40. Mount Everest is part of which mountain range? Rockies, Andes, Himalayas, or Alps? It's Himalayas. Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world, is part of the Himalayas, located in Asia. Question 41. What is the main theme by George Orwell? Freedom, totalitarianism, love, or war? It's totalitarianism. Question 42. Which US president issued the Emancipation Proclamation? It's Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation during the American Civil War in 1863, declaring all slaves in Confederate-held territory to be forever free. Question 43. What technology is used to make telephone calls over the internet possible? Bluetooth, NFC, VoIP, or LTE? It's VoIP. Voice over Internet Protocol, VoIP, allows for voice-based phone calls to be made over Internet Protocol networks, like the Internet. What is the chemical symbol for common salt? H2O, CO2, O2, or NaCl? It's NaCl. Common salt, or sodium chloride, is chemically represented as NaCl. Question 45. What is the value of pi? It's 3.14159. Pi is a mathematical constant representing the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. Question 46. Who wrote Invisible Man? Ralph Ellison, Toni Morrison, James Baldwin, or Richard Wright? It's Ralph Ellison. Invisible Man is a novel by Ralph Ellison addressing many of the social and intellectual issues facing African Americans in the early 20th century. Question 47. In which continent is the Amazon rainforest located? Africa, South America, Asia, or Australia? It's in South America. Question 48. Which country is not in Europe? Switzerland, Norway, Egypt, or Austria? It's Egypt. Egypt is located in North Africa, not Europe, whereas the other countries listed are European. Question 49. What element is represented by the symbol O? Oxygen, osmium, gold, or zinc? It's oxygen. The chemical symbol O stands for oxygen, a critical element necessary for life on Earth. Question 50. What geometric shape is generally used for stop signs? Octagon, hexagon, pentagon, or square? It's octagon. Stop signs are typically shaped as octagons to make them easily recognizable. Question 51. If two angles in a triangle are 45 degrees each, what is the third angle? 90, 85, 100, or 45 degrees? It's 90 degrees. In a triangle, the sum of the angles must always equal 180 degrees. Therefore, if two angles are 45 degrees each, the third must be 90 degrees. Question 52. What is the primary source of energy for the Earth's climate system? The moon, the sun, electricity, or wind? It's the sun. The sun is the primary source of energy for the Earth's climate system, providing the heat and light that drive weather and climate. Question 53. Who invented the word hello in a telephone conversation? Alexander Graham Bell, Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, or Benjamin Franklin? It's Thomas Edison. Edison encouraged the use of the word hello to greet callers when answering the telephone. Question 54. What is the next number in the sequence? 2, 4, 8, 16, 24, 32, 18, or 20? It's 32. The sequence doubles each number, so following 16, the next number is 32. Question 55. What is the largest coral reef system in the world known for its biodiversity? It's the Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef, located off the coast of Queensland, Australia, is the largest coral reef system in the world.
How many questions did you get right? Leave your answer in the comments and don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. That's all for today, but there's still a lot to come. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next challenges.